Faut même pas aller tout seul, hein. Il a quand même fallu qu'on passe sur l'équipe A. Hein. Et pour le coup, le chevalier me déçoit un peu, parce que du coup, en fait, j'ai pas l'impression qu'il ait progressé depuis le début du jeu.
Now the path to the Imperial capital is finally open to us. Once we have finished cleaning up after the battle, let's have another meeting to discuss our... It would be one thing if we were at home or at the monastery, but to waste our resources like that here would be most...
Pardon the interruption. We've just received a letter from Margrave Gautier.
Very well. I will read it at once. I see. It seems the conflict within Fargus has at last come to an end.
Yes, Your Highness. The Margrave and the other Eastern Lords are at the center of it, and are gathering they intend to join with the Alliance army and send troops and supplies to the monastery.
What do you know? My old man is really pulling his weight. Did he seem well?
Yes, as well as can be expected. He has taken it upon himself to bring order back to our troubled territory, while His Highness is away.
I am truly in the Margrave's debt. I will be sure to thank him properly at first opportunity. Thank you for the information. Now tell me, did it seem to you that my presence was needed back at the monastery?
Well, I do have a verbal message from the Margrave on the subject.
A verbal message? How strange.
The other day, he arrested one of Viscount Kleiman's men. And, well, the prisoner has claimed involvement in the tragedy of Dusker.
Go on.
I was told they would be transporting this man to the monastery, along with the troops and supplies. The Margrave said that regardless of the credibility of the man's testimony, how he should be dealt with was your decision alone, Your Highness.
Very well.
Cette voix sortie d'outre-tombe.
I will return to the monastery at once. Will you come with me, Professor? Thank you.
On devrait pas rester pour défendre la forteresse, non? Non, Zef. D'accord.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Verdant Rain Moon. Our chosen paths. The Kingdom Army has captured Fort Mercius. Managing troops from the now stable Western Kingdom and former Alliance territory, the Kingdom Army returns to Garreg Mach to regroup and reorganize its forces.
Non, c'est pas du tout pour ça.
To challenge the Empire, the Kingdom Army finalizes their plans to march on Enbar, the Imperial capital.
C'est tellement pas logique d'amener des troupes d'un côté, de les ramener de l'autre, de les remettre de l'un côté, de les ramener de l'autre, ramener... Ouais, s'il faisait pas si chaud, je ferais des 24 heures du live sur Fire Emblem.
Ah, there you are. His Highness was looking for you. He's gone ahead and started interrogating the prisoner. He said he'd like for you and I to be present as well. Will you come with me?
Était-ce vraiment nécessaire de me foutre dans l'église?
Are you really so keen to lose your head?
I only did what I believed was right. I swear to the goddess that I'm not lying. Amidst the turmoil of the tragedy, Lady Patricia was supposed to be the only one who was unharmed. We had been given orders ahead of time to not approach her carriage.
Of course not. What would my stepmother have had to gain from such a...
Perhaps Lady Patricia would have done anything to return to the Empire, to her husband and daughter.
What exactly are you implying?
For the past few months, I've been spying on lords who defected to the Empire in order to investigate rumors about Lady Patricia. Cornelia's words were true. The two of them, I am afraid they conspired together after all.
Enough of this nonsense. You say she wished to return home? That isn't nearly enough reason to cause such a tragedy.
I do not intend to imply that the two of them were solely responsible for the whole affair. They were likely nobles who opposed the king, or potentially someone who wanted to throw the kingdom into chaos. The Empire and people like Solon and Kranya had their motives too.
So my stepmother joined with them to cause the tragedy. Is that what you believe?
Ultimately, this is just conjecture based on the evidence at hand. I have no idea what their true intentions were.
I see. We will hear what this man has to say.
My lord had long felt that King Lambert's radical ways were dangerous. At the time, he was approached with an offer to take part in the incident at Dusker. My lord loves his homeland. To me, he embodied justice. We were only doing what we thought was right.
And so, in the name of justice, he caused massacre upon massacre out of love for his homeland. You murdered your own king, killed our soldiers, and involved innocent citizens. And yet you have the gall to speak of justice!
I am only standing before you now, because I could no longer bear the weight of my sins. Yes, I believe I do.
Gilbert, lock this man in his cell.
Are you not going to kill him?
I will make that decision once I have had time to consider this man's definition of justice.
Yes, Your Highness.
No, I cannot say that I am. Tell me, Professor, how well do you remember your father, Gerald? I figured as much. Even the memory of those who pass away is taken from those they left behind. To be honest, I cannot really remember my stepmother's... that woman's smile, nor the sound of her voice. I always told myself that I would not allow my mind to forget, and yet, all I can recall with clarity is her gazing away, so forlorn. Did my stepmother wish to go home so badly that she would kill Father and me? Kill her false family? Home to her own blood. Her true family. I suppose it doesn't make any difference now. I am asking you questions you could not possibly... I am finished with thoughts like that. I am finally able to go... If I truly treasure those who have died, then I must earnestly atone for my sins. Father, Glenn, all of the soldiers who have fallen, the people of Dusker, the only atonement I can offer them now is to take responsibility for this... That is why I feel that I must meet with Edelgard. Do you think it is a fool's errand? Honestly, I think so too. But I must swallow my feelings and grudges, our whole history really, and ask her about this future that she sees. What she aims for once her domination is complete. What kind of justice she clings to as she fights. And why she felt it necessary to start this war. I believe that asking her these things is the true responsibility I have been tasked. We will march our troops to the Imperial capital. But before any battle begins, we will set up camp nearby and send a messenger. I will tell her that I need to speak with her in a safe place, without any weapons or troops. As to whether or not she will agree to my request, well, I would like to believe that is... You know, Professor, when we fought in Ferdiad, Cornelia mocked me and called me pitiful. But even if it is true that my stepmother never loved me, I am not to be pitied. After all, I have allies and dear friends who care for me. And now, I also have you by my side.
Professor!
Okay. I'm thinking...
It's very likely. If so, Then our strategy will be to gain a street battle followed by a castle invasion. It's just one battle after another.
10 years ago, their final target, but they were countered at a... We spent a lot of time going back and...
C'est marrant, en fait, ils te préviennent qu'il y aura 2 combats à la suite. Quoi, y'a que moi qui trouve ça marrant?
You haven't earned my pity. It was meant to be.
Encore un rang 3? Il n'y aura aucun rang 4?
You haven't earned my pity.
Chevalier faucon. Avec une épée? C'est quoi la logique?
It was meant to be.
Voilà! Très classe. Puis le masque, très sympa.
One to remember.
Un saut suprême.
Looks like we're nearing the end of... I'm sure Lady Rhea is on tenterhooks waiting for me to swoop in and rescue her. Lady Rhea's not waiting for me, I know, no matter how much...
Hey. Sorry, but I'm not the fighting. And, you know, win, live...
Cette satanée guerre n'en finit pas, on a tous le moral à zéro, on devrait organiser un banquet.
That reminds me. Singing is so much fun. I'll keep my voice down. Really?
Let me consider.
I believe in you, but Fodlan's future would be in peril if we lost him. I would not be able to go on. Thank you.
It matters not. I understand the desire to reach a conclusion. But we mustn't overlook the sins inherent. We have lost, I pray. We have
Ah, t'avais une quête.
I have a request. Thank you very much.
Professor, our next battlefield will be... If you have any unfinished business here, you had best settle it before we depart. I knew I could count on you.
Need something?
Bah non. Je pourrais pas aller plus loin.
Again soon.
Je pourrais pas aller plus loin.
Please.
That reminds me.
Hey!
Well, come to think of it...
Professor.
Je suis une bite en pull vert.
Did you know, it's said to have been constructed under the guidance of... Ever since, That canal has been amazing, and now this is how the Empire repays it.
We're about to put the I wonder how Fodlan will look without the backdrop of... On the other hand, I'm terrified.
Please. I've got a bit of Dusker blood in me. Vargas is our but if that man is going to be the king, I believe that we can forge a proud... as you can tell.
Attacking the... I hope you be careful of that.
Professor? I've been thinking about how we've got our own ideas about and what's coming. It's not whoever wins will say they were right, but nobody's willing to talk or compromise. It won't be an easy battle, but...
Professor!
He intends to speak to the Emperor. She's his stepsister, I know, but this seems risky. If the two can settle this diplomatically, that would be the best way. Let's just hope he doesn't become so...
Et à la fin, tu vas rester casse-pied. Hein. Mais bon, ça vaut mieux que de changer au milieu de l'histoire. Si c'est devenu trop doux, ça aurait pas été drôle. En plus, il y avait déjà deux.
It's like this. I only followed her because I didn't want to die. I still can't figure out from now on.
Franchement, avec tous les soldats qu'on a dans la place, si on voulait attaquer la cathédrale, ça serait le meilleur moment.
Momentum's really picking up for the Envar's history goes back 1400. It's one of the sacred sites of the Seros. But hey, no need to worry about the
Welcome! Come back soon! Right. While on some business, but general, I think this will...
Hey there. Is this it? There you go.
Mais on pouvait réparer l'épée directement. Ah ouais, mais si j'avais su, je l'aurais utilisé plus souvent.
Is this it? There you go. 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 Is this it? Is this it? There you go. Is this it? There you go.
Et moi qui ai rechigné tout le long du jeu à utiliser les armes sacrées, mais j'aurais dû m'en donner à cœur joie quoi.
Is this it? There you go. Is this it? There you go.
Je reviens à chercher des pierres d'affûtage.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you.
Merde, j'ai plus de sous.
Return soon, please.
Welcome. This one? Thank you.
C'est vrai que ça fait un moment que j'ai pas farmé en même temps.
This one? Thank you. Please come again.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. 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 Return soon, please. Hey there. Is this it? There you go. Come back anytime. Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Hey!
I wonder what the Emperor... Oh, you don't think so? She tried to destroy the kingdom. I don't know. Someone who could do such terrible...
Hello. No.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a encore à se plaindre, Lorenz? Tu pouvais pas habiter dans une des premières chambres?
At last, of course, but I suppose I have
Ah, Claude étant parti, il te prive pas de grand chose quand même. Hein.
Hey.
Professor, I don't have many good memories of her. If you happen to see her, please make... She's only a civil servant, so hopefully she...
I keep thinking the war is... When can we finally put this dreadful war behind us? I want to make this...
Professor. Returning to the monastery, hard to believe we only spent so much happened that it felt a lot longer than that. Honestly, I think those What was that year like for you, Professor? I don't think Let's all do our best to survive. I know that's what I'll be doing.
Pardon me.
Ouais, pardonne-toi.
I see. We'll be heading for the capital soon. Will the war really be over if we take the capital? Yay! I truly believe... I hope this is when the war is over, but let's all meet up. You, His Highness, my father, our monastery friends, the knights, everyone. Oh, and all we have to do now is win. I truly believe...
Hello there.
Professor, once you said you should eat up what... This is nearly as delicious as Mother's...
This is my...
Pas de bonus, pas de bonus, pas de bonus.
looks at
Eating food off.
I love... Is that so? I have a lot... Wow.
I'm so glad we made it this far. There's a bitter fight ahead. That much is certain. Yes. This experience.
Professor! Here we are. We have... He's watching us.
So, Rhea will be some... The battle will soon be upon us.
I'm getting the hang.
Whenever I think of... We'll get there for sure, right? We'll see her again? I just gotta believe...
Boss, I've avoided the damned place. Now here we are, especially as I'm returning to end the Empire.
Ah mais oui, c'est vrai que t'étais pas spécialisé Ember avant de partir.
Really?
Pas de prendre tout le couloir, bordel.
When you think of it, as one approach, the winning side must, while those of the losing side, neither side will give. I only wish we'd consider those who lose their lives in that struggle. I can appreciate that.
I was born and my mother and father met in a church there. I do not understand how war can happen.
So...
way. Life can be tough, you know? But if you've... Maybe you butt heads sometimes. But that... And I've got friends, Professor. Plenty of those. It's true love that seems to have passed me by. Relax. At this point, I'm just hoping you stay single too. Then at least we can...
Quelle vilaine fille. Souhaiter que quelqu'un d'autre soit célibataire toute sa vie.
a question.
Parfois les ouvrages rédigés dans une langue qui m'est parfaitement... J'aimerais pourtant y plonger. Je sais pas comment m'y prendre. Comment devrais-je procéder à votre avis?
I do believe...
C'est une étude de langue.
Thank you.
Fine.
Let's both do our...
There's one thing.
The skill will serve me well.
I'm really getting it. I think. Can I use this off the battlefield?
I'm getting it.
J'avoue que ça aurait été classe de le voir à cheval. Sylvain, l'homme qui aurait pu tout faire.
Your Highness, thank you.
This is sudden. Why so formal?
Oh no, it's not that. I just had the chance to return to the capital on military business. Life's pretty hard there right now, but its old vitality seems... If it wasn't for you, I'm sure things...
Come now, no need to exaggerate. Do not forget that I abandoned...
You had no choice. If you had remained... If you keep thinking so dark and gloomy, you're gonna end up looking just...
Annette, you probably do not realize, but over those 5 years, I took many... I slaughtered generals and officials alike with brutality you would scarcely think a human was capable of. And as I have intensified my fight with the Empire, how many people have... My hands are already dripping with blood. I cannot be
You really are a lot more like Father than I am. Before Father left us, he used to say similar things. I don't want you to end up like him. So, when this war is over, I was wondering whether I could help you with your work. Of course, I don't know how much I'd be able to support a king.
What are you saying?
If I leave you to your own devices, you'll forget how to laugh. We can't have that. You won't be able to do what you have to do with such a miserable look on your face. If you're sad or suffering, I'll just starve you until you muster a smile.
Starve me?
Hey, you weren't supposed to laugh at that part. I thought a lot about this.
Sorry. Certainly with you around, I will not have any cause to frown. By all means, join me, Annette. And never lose that sweet smile of yours.
Yes, I promise.
oath sustains me.
I'll make good use of this.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm a quick.
Perhaps.
Pourquoi ils ont forcé le système de cinématique?
There's one thing.
I understand.
This is making sense.
I'll make good use of this.
I still need to improve.
Mais pourquoi tout le monde augmente sa foi sauf moi? Trop injuste.
It's within my grasp.
I am getting to the heart. It seems my proficiency.
Very well then. I'll make good use of.
Le mec a chopé les flèches d'Agnéa, quoi.
There is still more to learn.
I'll make good use of.
Aura, parfait.
Professor, do you think Adel...
Well, well. It's been a long time, Professor. And hello to you too, Dimitri.
Edelgard, I did not think you would actually...
Call it a win. Well then, what did you want to talk about?
I will get straight to the point. Why did you start this war? There had to be a way to change things in your territory without the need for so many senseless casualties.
It may be hard to believe, but this is the way that we get with endless casualties in the end. Don't you see?
Non.
How could I? Countless people have already lost their lives in it.
The longer we took to revolt, the more victims this crooked world would have claimed. I weighed the victims of war against the victims of the world as it is now, and I chose the former. I believe that I have chosen the best path, the only path.
Even after seeing the faces of those who have suffered the ravages of war, you would still force them to throw their lives away for the future? You are obsessively devoted to this war, and deaf to the screams of its victims. You cannot change the cycle of the strong dominating the weak with a method like that.
You're wrong. That very cycle is exactly what I have devoted my life and my power to destroying. If after all of this, you believe the weak will still be weak, that is only because they are too used to relying on others instead of on themselves.
Yes, Perhaps someone as strong as you are can claim something, but you cannot force that belief onto others. People aren't as... There are those who cannot live without their faith, and those who cannot go on once they have lost their reason for living. Your path will not be able to save them. It is the path of the strong, and so it could only benefit the strong.
So you consider me strong, do you? Even if one clings to their faith, the goddess will never answer them. Countless souls will be lost that way, living without purpose. And I can be counted among those who have died that way as well. But that's why I must change this world, on behalf of the silent and weak.
And do you intend to become a goddess yourself? Will you steal the power to take action from the broken-hearted masses you claim to defend? The ones who can truly change the way of the world are not the rulers, but the people. Pushing your own sense of justice and your own ideals onto even one other person is not...
Maybe it is self-righteousness, but it doesn't matter. Someone has to take action and put us...
Do you not believe in the power of the people? To join together and rise up? Humans are weak creatures. But they are also creatures who help each other, support each other, and together... I have learned that humans are capable of all that from the professor, and from everyone in my life.
I doubt a highborn person like yourself could know how the poor feel or what motivates. This is nonsense. Though I'm finally starting to understand how you feel. But that makes it even clearer to me that we can never fully understand each other.
I feel the same. I finally understand.
Goodbye, Dimitri.
Wait, Edelgard. There is something I must... This is for you. Use it to cut a path to the future you wish.
Elle! So it's true.
There's nothing I can do about it. It's all happening so fast.
Elle. Here. I want you to have this. Elle, listen to me. No matter how hard things get, you can't...
It's a dagger? Why would you give me something like this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't think of anything better to give you.
Edelgard, what are you doing? It's time to go. Hurry and get in the carriage.
Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle. I have to go now. Goodbye, Dimitri.
I remember now. You...
I'm still sorry about that. I should have given you something that would have made you happier.
Perhaps. At the time, I was quite flustered by such a dangerous gift. I left without giving you a proper response. And that was the last time we saw each other.
True. It is a sweet memory.
I'm afraid it will do no good to reminisce, Dimitri. That girl you knew back then is gone. As good as... But... I'll tell you now what I wasn't able to tell you. Thank you, my dear forgotten friend. As for the future, that will be decided in battle. King of Fargus, as the Emperor, I shall await your arrival in Enbar.
Il y a un truc qui est louche dans cette histoire. Je sais pas c'est quoi, mais il y a un truc qui va pas en fait.
Sorry. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love.
Tu as dit hein, que ça serait Félix mon best guy, hein, c'est tout. Hein. C'est parti. On va vers la fin du jeu. Comme ça, on pourra commencer l'autre scénario demain.
The Kingdom Army, having gathered new troops and significant strength, commences its march towards the imperial capital of Enbar. In response to their movements, Emperor Edelgard orders her trusted retainer, Hubert, to the front lines to meet the Kingdom Army head-on. The two forces clash in the city streets.
Ouais, mais lui, il a déjà perdu une fois. Faut arrêter de l'envoyer, hein. Vous voulez pas m'envoyer les gars là avec le visage blanc, les yeux noirs? La maman de Edelgard, qui je sens est la vraie méchante. Ou même envoyez-moi Rhea en forme démoniaque dragon. Au moins ça sera drôle. D'accord. Je vois le jeu. Créature volante. Le méchant qui est très méchant. Moi, j'ai que des healers de ce côté et de l'autre côté, je vais rien avoir, c'est ça? Pas un problème avec mes unités là? Ah non, les 12, d'accord. Ok.
Gates to the Imperial capital have been broken. All troops.
Imperial troop.
Let's give him artillery. Reinforcements will fly in shortly.
Du coup, j'ai enlevé un gars. Quel con. C'est pas grave. Si, c'est grave. Si, non. Avant de commencer, on va pas commencer à faire des conneries avant le combat. Lui, on va pouvoir l'atomiser au-dessus du mur. Je crois qu'il y a la Toronne. Hein. Voilà, allô. Bien encore.
Imperial troop.
Let's give him artillery. Once the enemy is, reinforcements will fly in shortly. Keep your.
What's my strategy? Ready when you are.
Alors ma stratégie ça va pas être faire ça, parce que toi t'es un cavalier et que c'est pas cool.
I am prepared.
What's the plan?
More fighting.
Putain, elles ont du Grémory quand même. Hein. Puis alors toi tu vas surtout pas garder cette épée. Faut pas qu'il en reste un là? S'occupe d'abord de la droite, après on s'occupera de la gauche. Faut pas s'exciter, tout va bien. Nous avons le contrôle de la situation. Indignation. Indignation. Parfait, 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 parfait.
I'm strong.
Onward.
Faisons une petite cocotte minute.
Child's play.
Brilliant. I'll cut through. My orders.
Vous n'avez rien vu.
Leave it to me. Let's see you dodge this. It is done.
Oh, 156.
Nice form.
On my honor as a knight.
I'd be honored.
I've got you.
Under my skin.
Reassuring.
Too slow. I'll end this quickly.
You took me lightly. For now.
Now.
Ah mais il a un lance-caillou. Voilà. Attends, m'aura tout dit. Bon bah de ce côté ça sera déjà nettoyé hein. Ça sera plus qu'à tondre l'herbe et puis ça sera bon. Alors il a certainement la réplique à bout portant lui. Même pas. Là. C'est un talent basique d'archerie donc je sais pas pourquoi il l'a pas.
I swear it wasn't in vain.
Ouais, j'avais pas encore abattu de dragon ce matin. Ouais, un petit peu triste cette matinée, mais...
It was meant to be. I can always depend on you.
Under my skin.
It's my duty.
C'est l'appel du devoir. Faut faire ses devoirs.
It won't be in vain.
Sagittaire. Pourquoi j'ai pas utilisé...
I'm sorry.
Je dois aimer la poudre en fait. Ce petit sel dans ma bouche. Attention, il va faire chaud.
All for our future.
Je t'avais prévenu, hein, après... m'écoute pas, c'est ta faute. Hades.
Wow, thanks.
My thanks.
Draw them toward the opera house. Reinforcements will be here any moment.
C'est où l'opéra? Il y a un paladin noir. Et là l'archer m'attaque et je suis mort.
Child's play. You're soft.
It was the only way.
Du coup, j'ai abattu le cavalier ou le cheval? Putain, 50... 41 de dégâts. C'est énorme. Voilà, je me prenais 41 plus ça, j'étais mort.
I must steel myself.
Not enough. Here! Child's play. Pathetic. Ineffective. Weak.
My duty is your death.
Est-ce que ça serait pas ça l'opéra Baratar Bakael? Oh, il y a Petra.
Proceed carefully. All for Vargas.
Much appreciated.
Under my skin.
I won't falter.
Too easy.
All right, next.
Two coming.
I owe you one.
Luck wasn't with you.
Bon, j'espère que je me trompe pas avec le théâtre, c'est le milieu.
Appreciate it.
Pointless.
I was just stronger. I'm really...
Je crois que j'ai enfin compris comment utiliser une lance. Vous êtes fier de moi, professeur?
It is done. Onward.
So they've stopped our reinforcements. We will need to thin their numbers. If House Farley's troops arrive in time, we may be able to flank the kingdom's army.
The situation is dire.
Non, vous y arriverez pas. Ah mais j'avais Tauron. Tauron toujours raison de bas contre moi. Par contre faudra pas te plaindre de perdre. Que Tauron pas assez de force. Hein.
Hate me if you must.
Thank you. Feels like fight.
My orders?
Oh, thank you.
Not quite. I'll end this quickly. My duty is your death.
War is for the wealthy. We don't even... I'm sure the goddess won't punish us for a little bit of thievery.
Bah écoute, si les soldats de l'Empire commencent à voler eux-mêmes, ce qui se trouve autour, il peut pas grand chose. T'as réussi à te louper en visant un mec à bout portant.
I'll cut a path for His Highness.
Ready when you are. Next try.
C'est bizarre qu'ils les mettent à la fin, ceux-là, sachant que en fait les volants sont ont toujours été ceux qui faisaient moins chier en fait. j'en ai pas un qui crit.
The battle is nearing the Opera House. This is my stage now.
I'm not.
J'ai toujours l'impression d'il est les mêmes en fait.
I just...
Is that it? Let's finish this! All for our future.
You'll need me for this.
Let's turn the tables.
On va quand même expliquer à quoi ça servait de me dire ah c'est l'opéra si en fait il n'y a rien dessus quoi.
The better to serve His Highness. I'll do what I...
Il doit pas être mauvais hein, pour que le tauron ait loupé. Putain, il y a un coffre. Trop bien. Et qui c'est qu'on remercie? Merci Gilbert.
myself.
You saved me.
For Adrestia and for Bridget.
You are in my way!
J'ai envie de demander pourquoi Dimitri n'a pas son épée, mais... Bah la lance déjà, et puis... Certainement ma faute en fait.
Had to be done.
Déjà, puis il y a des invités que j'avais pas prévus derrière, et il faut que je prévoie.
Edelgard, I will not.
Don't be careless. On to the next battle.
Moi aussi j'ai fait un peu de théâtre et on va les attendre pile là où ils veulent qu'on les attende. Hein. Au milieu de l'amphithéâtre.
Burning's how we meet again.
Et le petit bus, c'est grade 10 bus.
Haven't withered away.
Quite helpful.
J'ai failli oublier le coffre. Oh, l'arc de Zoltan. Il n'y a pas d'autres caves visiblement.
Thanks for that.
Ah, il l'a aussi. Et ils sont apparus où les soldats là?
Oh, lovely.
You haven't earned my pity.
Leave it to me.
You're trouble.
It's our chance to prevail.
Need me to save you?
What about this? I'm finally.
J'ai enfin compris comment on utilisait une lance. Attendez. En fait, les sorts de zone c'est bien. Encore mieux quand ils sont pas lancés.
I was just stronger. Old habits die hard.
J'apprécie autant qu'un autre la bonne plaisanterie. Avec une épée du héros, il attaque 4 fois. Ça te plaise, hein? Faut quoi te dire, hein?
You were unprepared.
I'll cut a path for his
J'avoue que j'ai l'impression qu'ils n'étaient pas très bien préparés. Quoi.
I shall not stray.
Ou alors ils s'attendaient pas à ce que j'attaque.
Two coming.
I will end this now. I'm still here.
Très très beau le design de l'arc de Zoltan.
Knew you could do it.
Allow me to demonstrate. All is going to plan.
Attends, vous pensez bien que je suis pas resté à l'arrière juste pour cueillir des fleurs, hein? Oubalou. Bon, eux ils sont peut-être restés un petit peu pour cueillir des fleurs. Mais juste un petit peu.
I'll help too, okay?
You forced my hand.
I swear it wasn't in vain.
195.
Thanks so much.
More reinforcements, eh?
J'ai presque envie de m'arrêter pour rigoler là, mais...
It's over.
This could turn the tides.
You're too kind.
With this strength, I can...
It's almost a shame to kill you.
Don't underestimate me.
You took me lightly.
Much appreciated. useful. Pathetic.
Il y avait une chance sur deux, hein.
In Her Majesty.
It's over.
Milice de Milton Frank.
Send your platoons to capture Enbar. There is to be no needless killing or pillaging. Understand?
Yes, Your Highness.
Edelgard awaits us. We will advance our main forces straight to the path. Yes, it has truly been a long war. Actually, no. We will advance our troops and confront her. We must strike down...
My life is yours, Your Highness.
Let's win this and go back home in victory. I'll do on my honor as I know the goddess is watching over.
As a citizen of Fargus, I will fight with everything I...
Is this what a do-or-die situation looks like? You would bet.
Go and win. Be the boar that you are. And don't you dare look back.
Yes. I will... No. We will win this. Everyone, move out!
The time has nearly come.
Yes, the anomaly should present itself shortly.
There's no reason to fret. Besides, it's fun. Now, assume your position. I can't promise your safety if you remain here.
Very well.
Ugh. This pain is nothing.
Et ça veut dire que ceci.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Verdant Rain Moon. Oath of the Dagger.
Je crois que c'était la meilleure traduction qu'ils ont fait depuis le début du titre.
After storming the streets of Enbar and bringing Imperial forces to their knees, the Kingdom army surrounds the Imperial Palace. But the enemy that awaits them there is not the Edelgard they once knew.
Du coup, si tu jouais le de garde, est-ce que tu jouais le de garde en mode monstre à la fin? C'est ça qu'il faut savoir.
We have annihilated Enbar's army. If we strike her down now, this war will finally be over. I imagine she intends to keep fighting until the bitter end. If this is the end she has chosen, it is my responsibility to see it through with her. Isn't that so, Emperor of Adrestia? We have no choice but to destroy each other. Such is the destiny we were born to. That is why I will now rise up to answer her iron will with the bite of my lance.
I will protect you at all costs. We will both live to see tomorrow, Your Majesty.
If the king falls here, that would mean my father's and brother's deaths were in vain.
For Lenato, Kristoff, everyone, I will not lose.
Well, if I were to die now, I'd have a lot to explain to my brother.
All will be okay. I know we can win. I won't falter, no matter who we're facing.
For all those who have lost their lives in this war, we cannot lose.
It is time. Onward to our final battle.
They are here, but my progress cannot be stopped. No matter how many people try, the war's end will spell destruction